What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to selling on Amazon. So for today's video, what I wanted to do is talk about one of the most exciting subjects in relation to Amazon, and that is barcodes. Now, I know it's not exciting. However, if you are going to start selling on Amazon, this is definitely a video you need to watch because barcodes are very, very important. If you don't get this right, you will run into trouble listing your very first product on Amazon, and that is the last thing you need when you're just starting off. When you're just starting to sell and you want to make those sales and you want to see your product live, you want to reduce the amount of issues you are going to have. Now, when it comes to barcodes, there are two types of barcodes. There are the Gs1 Uk governing barcodes, the official barcodes that everybody in most cases use, and then there are the third-party barcodes, which are much cheaper, and some people tend to use them as well, especially when it comes to selling on Amazon. So in today's video, what I wanted to do is cover both of those barcodes. What are the pros and cons on getting the official ones and the unofficial ones, so to speak. Now, if you guys are interested in selling on Amazon and you want to take this serious, then you may want to consider being mentored by me. This is where I actually provide you with help and guidance in relation to product research, listing your own product, advertising your own product, and so on and so forth. So you're interested in a little bit of extra personal help by myself, please don't forget to check the links down below. Otherwise, if you're running on a lower budget, which is absolutely fine, and you really want to make this work, but you just can't afford any external help, which is absolutely fine, but you still want to use some of the business tools that I personally use that I always talk about, such as Helium 10 for product research, where you get 50% off, Jungle Scout 30% off, Transferwise, where you get £500 transfer to your Chinese supplier completely free of charge, and then Tide, the perfect business bank account for you to start up your Amazon FBA business today. Check the links down below for those, and let's get to the video. Now, first thing first, let me explain what it is that you need to know about barcodes. Like I said before, there are two types, the official and the unofficial. Now, when it comes to selling on Amazon, guys, the official Gs1 Uk Barcodes, this is a government body that you have to essentially register to. You have to pay them a yearly fee, and then they will provide you with 1,000 barcodes for your product. This is essentially what Amazon wants for you to do to make sure that all of your products that you register on Amazon FBA can be verified by a UK governing body. They can understand and clearly see that they are not inauthentic, and you will basically avoid a lot of the issues that very new sellers start off having when it comes to selling on Amazon. On the other side, we have the unofficial barcodes, and effectively what that is let's say, for example, I buy a Gs1 Uk barcodes and I have 1,000 of them. Well, in most cases, I will not use up that 1,000. Well, so what I can do is I can provide these barcodes, let's say 950 of them, to some of these websites such as Barcode Media and various other ones to sell them for me much cheaper, but then I can still get some of my money back that I spent on the Gs1 barcodes. So those are the third-party barcodes. They are still effectively legitimate, but they are being sold off for another brand effectively. Now, the problem is, guys, is that the Gs1, the ones that you will officially buy, they will have your name, your company name, and your brand name attached to those barcodes. So Amazon have absolutely no chance of disproving the fact that those barcodes don't belong to you. You have the official certificate once you sign up to Gs1 UK. Whereas actually on the third-party barcodes, they can be used by somebody else. In most cases, those barcodes are sold off to a few people, and whoever uses it first gets it effectively, whilst all the other ones get various error messages saying that you're using ineffective or inauthentic barcodes and so on and so forth. But most importantly, guys, is the fact that with using the inauthentic barcodes, your company name and your brand name is not attached to those barcodes. If they ask you to prove, do you own these barcodes, you effectively have absolutely no proof, which you actually don't at all, that these barcodes are yours. Those barcodes actually belong to somebody else. that you bought very, very cheaply. So in my opinion, you should be using Gs1 UK barcodes from the very beginning, because I understand they're more expensive, but you're going to avoid a lot of issues in the long run. And there's a few reasons for it. Number one is the fact that Amazon UK recommends using them, okay? You are basically going by Amazon's UK regulations, and by following them, you will avoid a lot of issues going forward. Secondly, some of the barcodes, like I said before, may be invalid. Somebody else may have already been using them, and this can cause a lot of issues on Amazon, guys. If somebody is using your barcodes first and Amazon catches onto them, they may potentially even suppress your listing, and it can even get as bad as taking down your selling privileges, either temporarily or permanently. Now, I personally have never had any of these issues, but I have heard cases that this has happened, and it really, really scares me, because up until about 6 months ago, I was using the unauthentic barcodes. Now, I didn't have any problems listing these products. However, I'm worried now that if Amazon tries to catch on some of these barcodes and asks me to provide proof, I will struggle to provide that. I essentially don't have proof for my barcodes for about 20-25 products, and that really worries me. So in my opinion, if you are going to start selling, you should start off the right way straight away. The third reason to use Gs1 UK barcodes is effectively you are going to avoid all of these error messages and all of these error codes that everybody's talking about at the moment. All of these listing issues that people are having, you will simply avoid them. Listing a new product is going to be very, very easy. Next up, guys, a lot of people are currently concerned, not myself included, but a lot of them are concerned about hijackers. This is where a Chinese manufacturer or supplier or a trading company, whatever, will see your product and think, well, we can send exactly the same one as this particular seller, and they're on the first page. Let's just sell our product on their listing, so that you will effectively be sharing your listing with somebody else. You have done all the hard work, doing the pictures, doing the key features, doing the description, but somebody then jumps onto the listing, maybe undercuts you by a couple of pounds, and they will sell, they will win the buy box, and they will sell on your listing. And you don't want that to happen. Now, if you have inauthentic barcodes, you will have a harder time getting rid of that hijacker. Whereas if you have Gs1 UK barcodes, you can easily message Amazon and say, I don't know who this other supplier is. These are my UPC codes. I know I'm selling the authentic product. This is my certificates. Please take all the other sellers off the listing. And they will have to do so, because you are making a very, very legitimate claim. And if the other supplier cannot provide those barcodes, which they obviously won't, they will be kicked off. And then last but not least, guys, you have to think about it long term. If you're going to start selling away from Amazon, maybe going into Tesco's or Boots or Costco, Walmart, whatever, then they will ask you for Gs1 UK barcodes. This is the official requirement, not just for Amazon, but for pretty much any retailer, online retailer or retail store in general. So if you are going to take your brand away from Amazon later on down the line, or is this something you're planning to do maybe in a few years' time, then starting off on the right foot is the right thing to do, okay? This is how you get started the right way, and then you can start building your brand, building your name in the long term. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope you found it useful. I know barcodes is not the most entertaining subject to talk about. However, like I said in the beginning, it's really, really important for you to know what they mean, what they stand for, and which ones to use at the very beginning, so you start off your Amazon FBA journey on the right foot. With that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.